What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Marketflow, powered by THOR, hosted by me, Mode. I'm rocking a new PFP now. I can't believe the BTC King has actually been replaced. It needs to be replaced here on Marketflow, as well as the Thursday times, which are now 11 a.m. So basically, devs, do something. No, I'm just fucking kidding. But seriously, I do got a new PFE now, and we are on at 11 a.m. at EST. So be aware of that. Jumping right into the charts. So 2 weeks ago, I was actually on the road. I did not do a market flow recap, but I did do live market flow session for the Frog family from the fucking parking lot of a Tractor Supply. At that time frame, that Thursday, we were coming down here and we said what we wanted to see was one, this Thor call fill out, but hold this higher low. Compared to here, if we held the higher low, it would be the first higher low we've seen in this cycle since Bitcoin topped out back in March. Good indicator getting that first higher low there. Now, what we were saying would be another bullish signal would be if we could make a higher high. And although we did not break any real significant levels, we didn't break, even 67 or up to the 69, but we did break over 65. We did establish, even though slight, we did establish a higher high. So this is the first higher low and the first higher high we have seen since March, and they happen to be in sequence. Look how bad the RSI has dropped and how quickly. Bitcoin hasn't even taken a massive retrace yet, but the sentiment, the strength is falling out. Look at what happens each time we have got down here. We've got strong buy signals and big bounce backs. So keep an eye. What we talked about 2 weeks ago was if we get the higher low, which we did, and we get a higher high, which we did, that is indicator for the next higher low. And if we can be buying here on a higher low, on support, that would be on our DCA range here at the 56. Remember, we've been saying for a long time, buying in 56 DCA, buying in 52 DCA. It looks like we may get one more chance at this entry if we hold support here. That'd be bullish. Maybe we can break out of this long-term bull flag, this long-term downtrend that we've been in for Bitcoin. Now, what happens for the bearish side? What if this is a strong resistance, we come down. Okay, if we lose this level, I'm looking again at our DCA at 52. When I will begin to worry is if we lose 50K. If we lose 50K, I could see capitulation all the way down to the 42. If that happens, I am even more bullish on how hard this bull market's going to bounce back than I am right now. But that being said, I don't really see this incoming until we lose a couple other key levels. I think if we get to buy this support, and again, if we can then make the breakout, look for resistance, near the 72 and all-time highs. 72,000 is an important number and a number we have marked. Why? Not only was it the double top for this cycle so far, and since this downtrend has begun, not only is it the double top, but for the Thor calls in the 44,000 range, in the 33,000, and the 70K range, all three of those calls are invalidated at 72. So that's another significant point we're looking for, and we're expecting a little bit of resistance. If we can get the breakout up to there, look for the retest. But again, bearish. We lose the 56. We come down to the 52. We find resistance at the 56. and reach down further. If we lose 50, I see us reaching all the way down to the 42, which could still put us on a long-term bullish support for Bitcoin. Moving on to Solana. Moving on to Solana. Love to get to do this. We had a THOR short called right here between 155 and 158. You can see we hit entry, and now we have hit and take profit not only one but two, and I believe take profit three, right? So turn this box green here because that is a win with a THOR call. What we were saying, same thing, is if we can establish the higher low, which we did, but altcoins and Solana was unable to establish the higher high. It basically got about even. It didn't quite break for the higher high. It's okay. We still are now looking for what? A higher low, whether that's here on our DCA zone at the 140, or whether we reach down to this THOR call at 133. 133 would again still be a significantly higher low. Look for a good place of entry. If we lose it, we also have another THOR call down here at 118, which is basically filling the wicks of that black swan event that we had. Another chart that we want to look at while we're talking about this. And remember, we have this other THOR short up here still. So if we do find support, remember we have another THOR short. Maybe this move isn't over. Maybe we find support here, get an immediate bounce back, and we do establish a higher high in this single leg up. Time will tell. We're not in the game of predicting what will happen. We're in the game of reacting accordingly to the levels when we hit them. Another chart we need to look at, SOL BTC. SOL BTC, we see we have gotten the break of the downtrend. We've got the higher low, and we're looking to move up. SOL BTC, the strength is looking good. Don't look, just don't even bother looking at the ETH BTC. It's that chart is even sadder than the level of denial that Ethereum maxis have. We'll just put it that way. But Solana looks like it could be breaking out. We need to again hold the higher low, and that could be a sign that maybe altcoin season is going to show a little strength. I still think we need to see Bitcoin run to all-time highs, Bitcoin break out to, near 80, 82,000. Then we're going to see Bitcoin dominance drop. That's when we're going to see altcoins really run, and altcoins, strong altcoins, retest their all-time highs and then break out to new levels. Some things to pay attention to. Dog, some runes have been making a move. Man, we called this fair value gap, and I had not looked at this chart in so long. I completely missed making the play on this. This is one I was looking for. Been paying, thought I was paying attention to. Obviously, I was not. If you were to buy anywhere in the zone, even up to this point, you're over 50% up in your Bitcoin. You could have taken 80% profits, 70% profits on that double top. That's a good way to earn a lot of Bitcoin. We're not chasing into pumps. We're going to wait until we see some type of retest, some type of strength on a zone before we are to make any kind of entry now, because we missed our entry down here. $1 billion cat, that's one that is taken off as well. We look at some other Solana memes. Geeko, this is one that you can't ignore what has happened in the charts. Just recently, this is broken out from the lows to, pushing 2,500% plus, currently sitting at, 1,400% up. Absolutely insane. This is new all-time highs. This isn't just a single pump. This is significant. This is what happens in bull runs, guys. This is what happens. You have things that are down here that are long and are boring, and when they start to move, they no longer give you opportunity of entry. If you didn't make entries down near, it didn't even have to be the lows, but look at even the break and the retest. If you chased into the pumps, make sure you're buying in on retests as well if you chase into pumps. But this is what can happen in bull markets. We don't want to buy into things that have pumped. We want to buy into things that are still in their bargain values, down in the dumpsters, right? They're the things that are going to give us returns. If anything, take profits on pumps and buy things that are low. You don't make money by buying high. You don't make money by selling what's low because you're bored and chasing into what's pumped. You make money by taking profits on what's pumped and buying the lows and the borings and what is still yet to make its run. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Frogs Fuck, Thor Prince. Thor has been printing. Right now, you see the 4 hour. We've got entries for our longs, and we've got entries on our shorts that we're watching. We know exactly where we're entering. We know exactly where our profit points are. And if you have Thor and you have a Cyber Frog, you have access to the risk management tool, which is ultra important. There's two parts to profitable trading. Part number one is finding yourself on the right side of probability. Thor helps you do that by being 70% right. When it hits entry, about 70% of the time it hits take profit. So that helps put you on the right side of probability. The second part of profitable trading is proper risk management. Thor, if you hold a frog and you can access this, you just simply hit your risk management tool. You calculate with your own individual risk tolerance. What are you willing to risk in USD on this particular trade? Calculate. Now you know exactly when to enter, when to exit, where to set stop loss. That's profitable trading. Finding yourself on the right side of probability and knowing how to properly manage your risk. For those that aren't traders, they don't understand the trading game, but they see cyber frogs, they see auto Thor, they see people making money, and they want to just maximize their positions within crypto. This is where auto Thor comes in. As you see, what auto Thor does is it buys on the way down on key levels, and it takes profits on the way up. Buys on key levels. So if you're not automatically, if you're not individually buying low to sell high, let Thor do it for you. And in the meantime, it's also staking some of its Solana holdings to earn more Solana, staking some of its USD holdings to earn more USD. Basically, whatever the smartest thing to be doing with your money between USD and Solana, Thor's automatically making the move for you. Frogs Fuck, Thor Prince. We'll see y'all next week.